Hi everyone, it's Lavinia and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully I get this tote bag finished today, and I just want to show you what I ended up doing as far as for the quilting part of it. So here are the two sides of the bag, and I have stitched down here on each panel as well. So I did a stitch in the ditch as well as these W's here, so along the side for each one. So you can see that's been quilted, and this is what the reverse looks like. So this is, whoops, my lining that I've attached and quilted. So here again, you can probably see the W's as they go along here. And I'm going to go ahead and sew on this side here, this pocket. So I just have it pinned, and I'm going to go ahead and sew it so they'll have that inside pocket. So I'm going to sew along the three sides here. And then once I'm done with that, I am going to put the outside of the panels together, and I'm going to box the corners. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to have these pinned together, and I'm just going to use this ruler here. And I think I'm going to use the entire 2.5 inches, so that will give me 5. The box will end up turning out to be the box corner of 5 inches. So you just have to remember that whatever you do on one side, it actually doubles it. So let's say you did 2 inches, then that would be 4 inches, etc. If you did a 1-inch square, it would be a 2-inch boxed corner. So because this bag is pretty big and I want it to be deep and wide, I'm going to do this boxed corner. So, and then once I've done that, I will sew the seams together and attach the handles, and I will show you that as I go through it. But right now what I'm going to do is just attach this inside pocket, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched down my pocket so it's nice and roomy for my cell phone, for my keys. And now I'm going to go ahead and box the corners. So I have my square here, and I've made sure that so I have the pretty sides together here, making sure that the top is here, so this is the bottom, and lined up as best as possible. So I'm going to put my square here. And again, you can use a long straight ruler, but I figured I'm going to go ahead and use this. So I come here, come here. So it's just this little tiny bit here. Scissors to finish it up. Okay, so there's one box here, and I'm going to go ahead and box that one. And then what I'm going to do is just stitch around here. I'm going to skip here and then stitch around and then skip where I have the box there. I just wanted to show you what I've done so far is I've stitched down the side here, probably about not quite 1/2 inch, but straight stitch here, and I have skipped here where the box corners will be, and I will continue on down the side, down the bottom, and back up. Again, once I get to this corner, so I'll stop here, back stitch, skip this, and then start back up here with a back stitch on up. And so once I finish that, I will come back and I will show you where I'm at. All right, so I have sewn all 3 sides of the bag, and now what I'm going to do is bring these seams together right here. Going to pin them, and then I'm going to sew about a 1/4 inch seam going across here, and that will keep these corners together. And once I do that, then I will go ahead and turn the bag inside out. All right, so I'm at my sewing machine and I thought I would show you how I do this. So I just have it clipped here. I am making sure that these seams align. And what I'm going to do as I sew over is one is going to point one way and this top seam is going to point the other way. I'm going to probably do about a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to make sure that I back stitch because I want to make sure that this is secure. So I'm just going to take a couple of stitches here and back stitch again several times here. Going to undo this clip here, and as I come across here, just going to take it slowly because there's a lot of material. Might even do this hand wheel. I don't have a walking foot. This is my spring, I think they call it a spring action foot on this brother. I just want to make sure that it's going through. Okay. Carefully. As I come here, I'm going to back stitch several times. And then just come off. Okay. So I'm going to do the other side and then I will turn this inside out. Okay, so I've sewn the corners, as you can see here and here, very nice. And the next thing I'm going to do is just attach the handles. And so what I've done is I've just put some pins here to hold them, as well as here. And what I decided to do was make it go down about this much. The edge of the handle is aligned with this seam here, and it's just below this stitch. And this way, when I stitch over here, and I'm going to stitch over here, just going around the bag, it will catch the handles, you know, in each area. So I decided to put this handle on this side, and then this other handle that matches the lining on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch around that, and then I will show you what it looks like, the finished product. Yay! I just wanted to show you one other quick thing on my machine. This little storage piece comes out, and what I've done is place my tote bag here underneath this arm. This way it'll just be easier to sew around and turn it. I'm not sure, I know several machines have this type of feature, but I don't know if all of them do, but this is just nice. This way I can sew around the bag. And so where I get here to the handle, to the attachment, what I am going to do is actually back stitch. And this way, I just secure it. Just a little bit extra security. So when I do the bottom row as well, I will do the same thing. When I get to the handle part, the strap part, I will go ahead and I will back stitch on it. So, all right, we're almost done. All right, here it is. We are done. The handles have been attached. So I've attached them here. And here's my inside pocket right there. And it's nice and comfy and quilty, and it measures 16 by 19 by 5. So it's a nice sturdy bag, which I can use. See that it even stands upright. And what I plan on using this is, you know, grocery shopping. You know, when I just go for a few items, I can put the plastic bags in here, or as an overnight bag, or you maybe even to store some items, maybe some of my quilting stuff or sewing or crochet and knitting stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the section below. Hope you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you hanging around for the various videos for me to go ahead and finish this. And again, I hope you stick around for the future tutorials. I do other items, projects besides just sewing. So I hope there's something that interests you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.